Hello guys, it's Amanda and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today I have another book haul for you. So let's get right into it. I cannot believe that it is already November. I am already in the holiday spirit. I am one of those crazy people who go from in-your-face Halloween from like July on, and then the minute it hits November 1st, I'm full on Christmas. I'm fully in the spirit. So I have a big stack of books here that I want to show you guys. I have gotten a couple books throughout the autumn season. So without further ado, and in no particular order, let's just get into the book haul. I have 9 books to share with you guys, and I've gotten these pretty much all throughout October. The first book is our one outlier, and that is of course the infamous Wicked by Gregory Maguire. This is the beautiful, beautiful movie edition cover. I am so beyond excited for this movie. I cannot wait. I am so excited to see how it turns out and how beautiful and amazing and magical it will be. I needed the movie cover edition of Wicked. I absolutely love and adore this beautiful, beautiful masterpiece. I couldn't be happier. Only Wicked fans will know that. I just got this the other day. I had to. So, Wicked. Next is a beautiful, beautiful book that I didn't even know existed until the other day. I just found it while I was just perusing around the bookstore, and I saw it and I saw how beautiful the spine was. Or not the spine, the sprayed edges and the spine. The spine is pretty too. But this beautiful sprayed edges with the moon detailing, and it has all of the stars, and this is The Stars Are Dying. It is a Nightfall novel. This just recently came out. Literally just picked it up because it looked pretty. So, the brightest star needs the darkest night. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce these names correctly, so I'm just going to try my very best. Estrella is a prisoner of her own mind, the past sliding from her grasp like water. But she knows she must escape the cruel arms that hold her captive and find her clouded memories once again. This quest leads her to the Libertatum, a succession of trials hosted by the king in which 5 human lands compete for a cycle of safety from the vampires seeking blood, claiming souls, and savaging after dark. But even winning the Libertatum will not keep Estrella safe from vampires. She's made a bargain with the beautiful and deadly Night, who stalks her dreams and haunts her waking hours. He promises to keep her safe, but she knows she cannot trust him, cannot trust his lies, even as she finds herself drawn deeper and deeper into his seductive embrace. Caught between Night and her own mysteries, Estrella must decide if winning Libertatum for her kingdom is worth her life, or if protection and the answers to her past really are her strongest desires. And that's not all. When we pull back the beautiful cover, we have this gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Oh my god. I didn't even know this buying it, so I bought it and I took the dust jacket off and I almost cried when I saw this. This is probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. The back says, "When falls night, the world will drown in starlight." Look at this! This is the most gorgeous book I've ever seen. I can't believe it. The next book is a book that I was meaning to read before Halloween, but alas I did not get to. But this is A Dark and Secret Magic by Wallis Kinney. Everyone's been raving about this book lately. People have been calling it a mixture between practical magic and Gilmore Girls, while also being way, way darker. The cover is also beautiful. People have said that this is just a pure love letter to Halloween and autumn. And another thing I love is that our main character's name is Hecate. A warm, spellbinding tale about a witch and the secrets her coven has been keeping from her, with echoes of the classic Hades and Persephone story in a tradition of practical magic and witch of wild things. Hecate Goodwin, Kate to her friends, has created the perfect life as a hedge witch, living in a secluded cottage with only a black cat for company. She spends her days foraging herbs from the Ipswich forest, gardening and creating tinctures to sell at the apothecary she owns. Most evenings pass without her speaking to another human being, an arrangement she quite prefers. Kate's solitude is thrown into disarray when her older sister, Miranda, reaches out and asks her to host their coven's annual Halloween gathering. The day marks the beginning of the new year for witches and is also Kate's birthday. The pressure from her coven to make the evening memorable mounts as the event draws near. To complicate things further, a handsome man from Kate's past turns up at her cottage, asking for sanctuary. It is Kate's duty as a hedge witch to honor this request, much to her dismay. Matthew Cypher is no ordinary lost soul. He's a practitioner of forbidden magic who's tricked Kate once before, and her guard is up. As she juggles Matthew's arrival and the preparations for Halloween, Kate comes across an old tome shrouded in dark magic. She is horrified when she realizes the blood-red inscription is written in familiar handwriting, her recently deceased mother's. Afraid to even touch the dark magic her mother secretly studied, Kate can turn only to Matthew for help. Her idealized memory of her mother begins to distort, and as she and Matthew grow closer, Kate has to reevaluate whom she can really trust. A Dark and Secret Magic is a celebration of the Halloween season and a love letter to anyone who drinks pumpkin spice in August and carries the spirit of a witch inside their heart all year long. So me. I love that. I absolutely love that, and everyone has been absolutely loving this book. I am really excited to see what my thoughts on this are going to be. Next book I have here is an absolute classic, and I cannot believe I have not read it yet, and I should be very ashamed that I have not read this book yet, but that is the one and only Carmilla, cult classic that inspired Dracula. I love this edition with the red foiling. This book, if you did not know, was published way before Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula was. People think that this is what inspired Dracula. In an isolated castle deep in the Austrian forest, Laura leads a solitary life, with only her ailing father for company, until one moonlit night a horse-drawn carriage crashes into view, carrying an unexpected guest, the beautiful Carmilla. So begins a feverish friendship between Laura and her mysterious, entrancing companion. But as Carmilla becomes increasingly strange and volatile, prone to eerie, nocturnal wanderings, Laura finds herself tormented by nightmares and growing weaker by the day. Predating Dracula by 26 years, Carmilla is the original vampire story, steeped in sexual tension and gothic romance. Carmilla. Next up is, oh, there's still a freaking Barnes & Noble sticker on this. No, one moment. Barnes & Noble, if you're listening, I hope you are. Sponsor me if you want. But I do have one complaint. Stop putting stickers on your books, please. Screw it. I'm just gonna cover it. Anyway, the next book I have here is The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig. And again, look at the beautiful foiling and gorgeous foiling on the hardcover. Look at that. And the spine. Look at the spine. Oh my god. And look at the end papers. Oh my god. I love that more and more books are becoming beautiful. A hauntingly, deeply romantic tale of life and death. Hazel Trapaz has always known she wasn't like her siblings. A 13th child promised to one of the gods, she spends her childhood waiting for her benefactor, Merrick, the god of death, to arrive and take her away. When he does, he lays out exactly what he's planned for Hazel's future. She will become a great and celebrated healer. To aid her endeavors, Merrick blesses Hazel with a gift, the ability to instantly deduce the exact cure needed to treat the sick. But all gifts come with a price. Hazel can see when death has claimed a patient and is tasked with ending their suffering permanently. Haunted by the ghosts of those she's killed, Hazel longs to run, but destiny brings her to the royal court where she meets Leopold, a rakish prince with a disdain for everyone and everything. And that's where Hazel faces her biggest dilemma yet. Should she save the life of a king marked to die? Hazel knows what she is meant to do and what her heart is urging her toward. But what will happen if she goes against the will of death himself? From the astonishing mind of Erin A. Craig comes the breathtaking fairy tale retelling readers have been waiting for. What does a life well lived mean? And how do we justify the impossible choices we make for the ones we love? I'm still mad at this sticker though. I cannot wait to see what I think of this. The next book I did speak of before, and that is Lucy Undying, a Dracula novel by Kiersten White. Another Dracula retelling. I love it. Look, again, the cover. Absolutely gorgeous. A vampire escapes the thrall of Dracula and embarks on her own search for self-discovery and true love in this epic and seductive gothic fantasy. Her name was written in the pages of someone else's story. Lucy Westenra was one of Dracula's first victims, but her death was only the beginning. Lucy rose from the grave a vampire and has spent her immortal life trying to escape from Dracula's clutches and trying to discover who she really is and what she truly wants. Her undead life takes an unexpected turn in 21st century London when she she meets another woman, Iris, who is also yearning to break free from her past. Iris's family has built a health empire based on a sinister secret, and they'll do anything to stay in power. Lucy has long believed she would never love again, yet she finds herself compelled by the charming Iris, while Iris is equally mesmerized by the confident and glamorous Lucy. But their intense connection and blossoming love are threatened by outside forces. Iris's mother won't let go of her without a fight, and Lucy's past still has fangs. Dracula is on the prowl once more. Lucy has been a tragically murdered teen, a lonesome adventurer and a fearsome hunter, but happiness has always eluded her. Can she find the strength to destroy Dracula once and for all, or will her heart again be her undoing? Oh, I love Dracula and every single retelling there is. I love vampires so much. Next, I got this beautiful copy, beautiful new edition of If We Are Villains by M.L. Rio. I have yet to read this. I have been dying to read this for years, and this is a new, pretty limited edition version that just came out. And look at the blood splatter and the red sprayed edges. Woo! So this is similar to The Secret History, but make it more of drama, theater, Shakespeare type thing instead of them studying Greek. Enter the players. There were 7 of us then, 7 bright young things with wide, precious futures ahead of us. Until last year, we saw no further than the books in front of our faces. On the day Oliver Marks is released from jail, the man who put him there is waiting at the door. Detective Holborn wants to know the truth, and after 10 years, Oliver is finally ready to tell it. A decade ago, Oliver is one of the 7 young Shakespearean actors at the Lecture Classical Conservatory, a place of keen ambition and fierce competition. In the secluded world of firelight and leather-bound books, Oliver and his friends play the same roles on stage and off: hero, villain, tyrant, temptress, ingenue, and extra. But in their 4th and final year, good-natured rivalries turn ugly, and on opening night, real violence invades the students' world of make-believe. In the morning, the 4th years find themselves facing their very own tragedy and their greatest acting challenge yet: convincing the police, each other, and themselves that they are innocent. Oh my gosh, why have I not read this sooner? A splurb on the back is echoing such college-set novels as Donna Tartt's The Secret History and mixing in enough Shakespearean theater to qualify readers for the stage. Rio's debut mystery is an engrossing ride, a thrilling, twisty end that readers won't see coming. This is by the Library Journal. I really, really love that. And I love the blood. I am loving the blood. The next book I got is a book that I have already read and absolutely loved, but this is a new edition of this, and that is, of course, Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerri Maniscalco. I read this book, this whole series, in 8th grade, I think. I read them straight through, back to back, and I absolutely loved them. I saw that this new cover was made, and I just knew I needed it because I absolutely loved this series with all my heart. He murdered women in cold blood. He terrorized an entire city. He taunted those of us who hunted him down. But despite all those horrors, in the end, I could not deny it. I was the girl who loved Stalking the Ripper. I love this book. I loved this series so much. I gave every single book 5 stars. This series is what really started my love for, do I say horror novels? Do I give it that much praise? I don't know. This is probably what started it for me, is this series, which, that's saying something. I had to get this. It was only $5. I was at Barnes & Noble and I was getting my coffee. I see it there and it says, if you get a coffee, you can get this for only $5. So I had to buy it. And the last book I have to share with you is another beautiful book, and another one with beautiful sprayed edges, and that is Immortal Dark. So the sprayed edges says, no soul can enter without an invitation. Look at that. The red and the white and the swirly swirls. Gorgeous. And also, again, theme continues with the foiling on the hardback. Red foiling on the hardcover, and it says, seek mind above blood, and if you must bleed, use it as ink. Oh, and look at the end pages too. I love how it's like a library card and the university sticker. A lost heiress, a soulless vampire, a secret drenched in blood. It began long before my time, but something has always haunted our family. Orphaned heiress Kaiden grew up far from the arcane society she was born into, where human bloodlines gain power through vampire companionship. When her sister June disappears, Kaiden is convinced a vampire stole her, the very vampire bound to their family, the cruel yet captivating, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that. I will put that up on the screen. To find June, Kaiden must infiltrate the elite university where she must survive living with the vampire. Even as he does everything he can to drive her away. It doesn't matter that wickedness speaks to Kaiden's own violent nature and tempts her to surrender to a life of darkness. She must find her sister and kill him at all costs. When a murder mirroring June's disappearance shakes the university, Kaiden sinks further into ruthless underworld of vampires, risking her very soul. There she discovers a centuries-old threat, and June could be at the center of it all. To save her sister, Kaiden must bring Uxley to its knees and either break free from the horrors of her own actions or embrace the dark entanglements of love and the blood it requires. Debut author Tigest Girma brings to life a world of vampires that is dangerously romantic, ruthlessly cutthroat, and effortlessly compelling. Again, with the vampires. I love that. Can you tell? Can you tell I love vampires? And I am deeply, deeply sorry for anyone I've offended for completely butchering any of those names and any of the names I butchered in the past. Anyway, those are all the books that I had to show you guys. Most of them were horror, most of them were fantasy, and most of them were gorgeous. Gorgeous covers, gorgeous editions, and I'm very, very grateful to have them in my collection, and I'm very, very happy I got to share them with you today. If you have read any of these books, if you have any of these books, please let me know down below. Just talk to me about books in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts. So that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button, hit subscribe if you have not already, and click the notification bell so you'll be notified every single time that I upload. I upload every single week. And if you want to find me anywhere else for any more bookish content like this, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, GoodReads, Pinterest, and in between the pages of a book. And as always, remember to be the Captain Jack Sparrow of your story, and may your compass lead you to amazing things. And I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, happy reading!